noted that he was having some trouble recovering start to start, and felt like this was a good opportunity to take advantage of off days early in the season, put him on the IL, and just give us a chance to knock this out completely.
So you anticipate him coming back when his IL time is up?
I think that's a reasonable goal. Obviously, it's really difficult to put a firm timeline on these things, but we think that that's reasonable.
Can you offer any further insight into where Trevor's at?
Yeah, so kind of a recent development here. He is in fact scheduled to have surgery. So after speaking with our medical staff, further confirmation on a second opinion and Trevor's decision to go forward. And we had talked about some concern over the bony structure. He's got a fracture of the glenoid rim, so he'll have surgery on Friday to fix that with Dr. Elatrash.
Is that season ending?
What we're looking at is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 months. Again, difficult to speculate specifically beyond that, but you can kind of do the math there.
Obviously, we talked a little bit this weekend, but the idea of having the entire regular season in all likelihood without Trevor, how significant a loss is that?
Very significant. Not going to hide from what he's meant to this team defensively, and had full confidence that offensively he was going to contribute as well. We saw what he could do in spring training. I think fortunately he's emerged as a leader of this team, and there's still going to be a way for him to positively impact it. Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem like it's going to be on the field right now.
Right, the kind of epidemic of elbow and flexor strain issues across the game. Some have drawn a line between sweeper use and the increased number of injuries. Do you think there's a correlation? Nick, of course, throws one. Is there any connection there in your mind?
Look, it's really hard to draw, a firm line between much of anything at this point. I think we can point to a number of possible contributors. Guys are throwing harder. They're throwing with more spin. They're throwing more frequently. But I think that the short answer is we really don't know. We need to acquire as much information as we possibly can. We need to use all of the data and technology available to us to monitor workloads and recovery. But the reality is, we don't have an answer yet.
Is Trevor out for most likely the rest of the year? Do you anticipate just continuing to use the platoons as second and short, or do you foresee being more aggressive trying to get outside help?
Yeah, so I think right now, we're committed to giving the internal options a chance. I think it works out fairly well in terms of having left-handed and right-handed platoon options at both middle infield positions. We've got Roma here today. He was impressive this spring, gives us additional middle infield depth. Hamilton obviously came up a couple of days ago, and we saw how he can impact the game on both sides of the ball. And then with Pablo and Valdi, we'll give this some run. We've got Vaughn starting the rehab assignment, and he's another name certainly to add to the group. So I think it makes sense to let this play out a bit, and we'll continue to evaluate.
You guys had wanted Vaughn to transition more to second base. He had played short at Atlanta. Do you see him picking up more time at short, or do you kind of want to focus it more at second base?
Yeah, no, I think it's important for us to continue on the development path that we believed was best for him and best for this organization, and that is very likely with him at landing at second base. He'll certainly get reps through the rehab process at shortstop, and we'll make a determination. But I think we still have a ton of confidence in his ability to land an everyday second base job.
What a news story. Any consideration, Raphael, your center fielder,
I think Alex and I are having these conversations. They're ongoing. We know the way that he can impact the defensive side of the game in multiple positions. I think he'll get reps at second base. He'll get reps at shortstop, but it's really difficult to take him out of center field. He has not flown yet. He's here, and I think that's indicative of the teammate that he is. He wants to be here. He wants to be around the guys as much as possible. But he's scheduled for surgery on Friday.
Do you have options in terms of that? I know you mentioned, just
Yeah, so I think in the short term, we can take advantage of the off day and guys can, pitch on regular rest. We'll have a decision to make in a few days, and I think there are a number of paths that we could take there. Whether that's giving someone like Jace a chance to make a few starts. We saw what Cooper was capable of doing this spring, and he's gotten off to a good start in Worcester. We brought in Uwasawa starting pitching depth, so I think we're going to need to read and react over the next few days. But thankfully, we've got a little bit of depth built up right now.